It's early morning here in the monkey forest, and see, everybody's busy getting ready for the tourists. And let's sit down here. When they come, they bring some bananas. I have no bananas, and still I'm very attractive here. Well, can I introduce you? This is Jim, and here's Bob. So, first of all, well, seems very interesting, especially with the hair. Well, this morning actually I wanted to talk about something which just came into my mind that is really interesting. The communists, and I have to please leave my camera, the communists found a way, or basically they had the idea that they can build a society based on the principle that everybody is the same on a material level. And so we can see now they were not very successful. And this seems to be obvious for everybody. This cannot work. A system that thinks that everybody is equal on a material level. But then the Americans, what are they saying? We are all equal on a spiritual level. So you can see we are all equal on a spiritual level. We are all, as one of the people at my seminars, he repeated many times, we are treating everybody on eye level. Just like those guys, they're treating me on eye level because they think I'm one of them. And in a way, it's true, I'm one of them. But there are differences. And if we don't understand that there's differences, there's something deep inside of us which still wants to prove that we are different. And it's the same thing like in communism, where they thought, well, we can have a society where everybody has the same amount of money, has the same amount of property. But the fact is, it doesn't work because we are not programmed this way. The same is true for for the idea that we are all the same on a spiritual level. See, these guys they think exactly like this. And what does this remind you about? It reminds you about your children. They jump on your head. They do everything to make you say, no, stop. Here's a limit. I have to tell you, I'm in charge. I have more experience. I know better what's good for you. So our society thinks this is not correct. And that's why we have so many children that dance on your head like those little monkeys. Because I'm not saying stop. I'm not saying, hey, I'm different than you. You cannot treat me just like one of you. But anyway, it's a good experiment for some time. Just like America was a good experiment for some time. But it's clear that it's not going very far. The idea that we are spiritually all on the same level is not going very far. And because it's not true, we as a society, we are trying each one to show that we are somewhere different, that we have a different understanding, or simply that we are better in some way or another. And so I guess this movie will be interesting and not very informative, I can say. But just keep in mind this idea. Communism was about the equality on the basis of material, and US American virus, I call it, was about the fact that we are all equal spiritually, so that we don't need a priest, that we don't need a church, that we don't need a guru to tell us something, because we know what's good for us. We know best what we need, and we certainly don't need a connection to God through a priest or a church, because we have everything inside of us. We are all and everything. So this is and will be proven to be not correct, just like communism was proven to be not workable. And then we'll come to a new culture where we have respect for each other, because we know there are differences. And at the same time, we will learn that the next step of evolution is one in which each individual is more self-centered. That means not egoistic, but having a sense of self. And the core system with the new laser is exactly the tool for this new age. It connects you more with yourself. And then, even if monkeys dance on your head, you're fine. You're not getting crazy. You're not getting totally absorbed with the event, but you can stick to yourself, at least more or less. So I think I go before the other ones. They look a little bigger. Jump on me.